Have you ever tried to stick with a habit and thought, maybe I'm just not cut out for this? Or watched someone else master a skill much quicker than you and thought, well, they're just naturally gifted? Clear tells us that we're not entirely wrong, but also not entirely right. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Grow, your go-to place for leveling up your mind and life. Today we're diving into chapter 18 of Atomic Habits by James Clear, a chapter that finally answers the age-old question, does talent matter? And if it does, how much control do we really have over our success? We'll also explore the most proven scientific analysis of personality traits, known as the Big Five. Let's start with something big. Did you know your genes are operating beneath the surface of every habit you form? Not just some, but every single one. In fact, genes have been shown to influence everything from how many hours of TV you watch to your likelihood of getting married or divorced or addicted to nicotine. It even affects how rebellious you are when facing authority, or how you feel at a concert, captivated, bored. That's your DNA talking. Bundled together, your unique cluster of genetic traits predispose you to a particular personality. Your personality is a set of characteristics that is consistent from situation to situation. James Clear shares a powerful quote from behavioral geneticist Robert Plummer. It's now at the point where we've stopped testing to see if traits have a genetic component, because we literally can't find a single one that isn't influenced by our genes. So, does that mean that our habits are destined by our genes? No. Our genes don't determine our destiny. They determine our inclinations. Now here's a question for you. Should you try to fix your weaknesses or double down on your strengths? James Clear suggests we double down, because in the real world, people don't become great by forcing themselves to love what they hate. They win by playing to their natural strengths. Take the example of Michael Phelps and Hisham El Guru. Phelps, with his long torso and short legs, was built for swimming. El Guru, with his long legs and short torso, was built for running. If they swapped sports, they would be mediocre. But because they leaned into their natural gifts, they became legends. The takeaway is, it's not about whether you are talented, because we all have talents. It's about where your talents are best applied. And that leads to one of the most powerful ideas in this chapter. And that is, success isn't about finding a habit that's good for you. It's about finding a habit that's right for you. Ask yourself, what feels natural to me? What challenges do I enjoy? What comes easily to me but feels like work to others? This is where your genetics come in, because when your habits align with your natural inclinations, everything feels smoother. Motivation becomes easier, resistance fades, and progress compounds. So how do we figure out what we're naturally inclined toward? Enter the Big Five personality traits, the most scientific validated framework we have. These 5 spectrums shape how we behave, feel, and respond to the world. The Big Five are openness to experience, from curious to inventive on one end to cautious and consistent on the other. Conscientiousness, organized and efficient to easygoing and spontaneous. Extroversion, outgoing and energetic to solitary and reserved. You will likely know them as extroverts versus introverts. Agreeableness, friendly and compassionate to challenging and detached. And neuroticism, anxious and sensitive to confident, calm, and stable. Here's a wild fact. These traits have biological roots. Extroversion, for instance, can be tracked from birth. In one study, researchers exposed newborns to loud noises. When the researchers tracked these children through life, they found that the babies who turned toward the noise were more likely to grow up to be extroverts. Those who turned away were more likely to be introverts. So what does this mean for us? If you are trying to adopt a habit that clashes with your natural traits, you will feel resistance. But if you pick a path that matches who you already are, you will unlock momentum. Okay, be honest. Have you ever felt frustrated watching someone improve faster than you? It's not just in your head. Some things are easier for certain people, but that doesn't mean you're behind. As James Clear puts it, genes do not eliminate the need for hard work. They clarify it. They tell us what to work hard on. In other words, your job isn't to be amazing at everything. It's to find the things that come naturally and double down. Do you love to write, speak, build, sell, or teach? Your personality, therefore, isn't an obstacle. It's your advantage. And your quirks, they are not flaws. They are clues pointing you toward the habits and paths most likely to stick. So don't waste energy comparing yourself to someone else. So how do you action the information from this chapter? Know yourself. Are you more introverted or extroverted? Do you thrive on structure or spontaneity? Match your habits to your traits. If you're high in conscientiousness, habit tracking might work wonders. If you're high in openness, you might thrive in novelty and variety. And stop comparing. You're not supposed to win someone else's race. You're here to run yours. So to wrap up chapter 18 of Atomic Habits, genes don't eliminate the need for effort. They show us where to direct it. The most effective habits are the ones that align with your natural strengths and personality. Your quirks and preferences are not obstacles. They are clues to where you will thrive. And it's not about being the best at everything. It's about being the best at what feels right for you. Let me ask you this. What's one habit you've been trying to build that doesn't feel quite right? Could it be that it doesn't match your natural strengths? But what if there's another path? One that fits who you already are? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how this chapter landed with you. And that's a wrap on chapter 18 of Atomic Habits. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content on leveling up your mind and life. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a chapter. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep growing.